Good morning. I lied. It's not good morning. It's more like good afternoon. I woke up at noon and it's a little past noon right now. So, Sunday, April 3rd. Let's jump start the week. Before I start eating lunch or start cooking lunch, I guess, I need to head to the store really quick to grab some food, specific foods. Not too much though. I'm not like buying a whole grocery list of stuff, but just some little stuff to fill in my meal for today, and pretty much like the rest of the week. Actually, I'm starting keto today, and so I know it sounds weird, but keto I think actually helps me out a lot more than doing like a low carb, higher protein type diet. I feel my body responds to keto really well, and the reason why I'm saying this is because when I did my April cut, or not April cut, when I did my February weight cut for the powerlifting meet, I was actually on keto for the last 2 weeks before weigh-ins, and this was so I could start just flushing water, just not having carbs in my system, just start flushing water through my system, and just literally even like having just a gallon, I was just kind of peeing it out really quick. So I decided to do keto, and and I haven't really done keto before, and I came into my weigh-ins. Let's see, so I was supposed to weigh in at 132. I came in at like 128, and that was without cardio. That was just straight up manipulating my water intake, and I still felt good. I PR'd at the meet, so it definitely does work. So this will be kind of a, I would say more experimenting, but more observation if keto does really work well for me compared to, say, high carbs and then cutting back. Because I feel like the bodybuilders that I see on like social media and stuff like that, where they're eating like 2,500 calories, they have a lot of carbs in their system. Like, okay, cool, I'm not that big, they're coming in lean at 150, 160 pounds. Me, I would have to be coming in lean at like 120, 100, low mid 120s, so my intake is going to be different. So I think when it gets to that point, like, my carbs are just literally like nothing, so why not just do keto instead? So I'm just gonna kind of do all that while I'm at my body weight. But let's head over to the store really quick. We'll get a keto meal. I'll show you what the meal looks like when I'm done cooking it. Let me show y'all lunch really quick. And so what we have here, this mishmash of bullshit, is eggs and ground beef. This has kind of been my staple. So I've done it in burritos, I've done it in sandwich form, and so this is just kind of mishmashing them together. So one serving of egg whites and one whole egg, and then the ground beef is 93.7. And then what we have over here is just two different types of hot dogs, I guess. So this is a beef hot dog right there. I cut everything up that way it's just easier for me, so that way I just kind of spoon and fork it, spoon it. So that's beef, just this regular like beef hot dog. And then this right here is like a 4 cheese brat. So delicious. Macros, off the top of my head, I don't know, but everything is going to be fat and protein, and the Franks here, the Franks and the brats will give me just a little bit more, or just a very, very tiny bit of carbs out of it. So trace carbs, which is something, well, you don't really need to care about, but you don't want to let it get out of control, because for keto, kind of like the base guidelines is going to be get your protein intake, or even increase your protein intake if you need it. A lot of the energy now is going to be in fats, so you're going to eat high fat, and then your carb source, you don't really want to eat a lot of carbs, but you'll get a lot of trace carbs through food. So, but ideally you don't want to go above, I think, like 50 grams of carbs. But if you get really close to zero, as close as possible, that's totally cool. So I planned out my meals already for the day, or pretty much for the week actually, and I should be getting at least like 25 grams of carbs. So today, Sunday, I'm supposed to be doing like, I think like 75% for squats. Actually not feeling 75% today. When I mean 75%, I mean like today's volume is supposed to be pretty high. So I squatted yesterday, and I'm actually thinking maybe not do legs, but I actually feel like doing legs today. I'm probably just gonna do a lower volume, maybe work with the belt, do some singles, kind of work on the things that my friend Mikey was telling me about yesterday, where my head tends to stay neutral when I'm squatting because of my high bar positioning, because I tend to stay more upright. But as the weight gets heavier, I tend to lean forward. So when I'm leaning forward, then the bar tends to move forward. I don't know how I'm trying to put this. The bar will eventually have so much weight forward that I'm going to have a hard time controlling it. So to control that weight, I get my chin up as I'm getting out of the hole. So I'm probably going to practice that a little bit. Maybe do some like singles and doubles at my 85% last week, rather than do high volume. And you know, maybe not do so much. You know, just work on that a little bit. I may think about doing a little bit of cardio today too. Good afternoon. So today's Monday. I feel pretty good right now, even though I did some heavy singles yesterday. I worked up to 325 on my squat, but I didn't really do too much after that. I hit some leg press, did some fancy stuff with the leg press, and then some single leg work, and then call it good. But today's Monday, and I gotta get some work stuff done today. So I need to go take a shower, get my face did and my hair done, and I have to attend an orientation, a student orientation, roughly about 4 o'clock. So right now it's about 2. I just got done with lunch a bit ago, so it's gonna be fun. I get to see some new students, hopefully. So this is day 2 of being on keto, and I'm down like a pound. So the weight drop is gonna be quick because not only I'm not eating carbs, so I'm not really like filling out my muscle. Drinking a lot of water, it's just going to cycle through my body, so I'm really going to be pushing a lot of water out. But having a lot of protein in there actually does help with recovery. So like right now, I'm feeling really good. And like I said, I just did squats yesterday for like heavy singles with a belt and all that jazz. Usually that beats me up, but I feel perfectly fine right now. I'm a little achy in some areas, maybe somewhere in the lower back, but other than that, usually doing like a heavy day, I feel jacked. Or I feel jacked up, I should say. So I feel jacked. I mean, dude, I'm feeling good, but I feel jacked up after doing heavy days, but I actually feel good right now. So I'm gonna start preparing some things, and then when I'm done, probably play a little bit of video games, but get into Guild Wars 2 as of late. Kind of getting back to the root of things. I'm that type of person who, like, I don't know, I need an MMO to play. It just seems like it's just one of those games where it's like you just enter a world or enter a community, and then it's like do whatever, you know. So that's why I love MMOs. Right, so if I organize all the clips correctly, I should have put the deadlift clip before this one. I did 320 for 10 reps. This portion of the week, the first half of my like 2 week block type of periodization process, whatever I want to call it, progression. This first half of the week of week 1, it's usually a high rep volume, so I choose to be around like 6 to 7 reps. If I can hit 8, cool. But I've been comfortable with like 6 to 7. But for some odd reason, I was feeling 10 tonight, so I was like, oh snaps! And so I decided to just go for it, and then I did that 320 for 10 reps. And to be perfectly honest, that was only set 2. So I still had probably like 4 more sets. I said 2 more sets to go, but I wanted to do a total of 4 sets today. But that 10 rep volume, like got a majority of that workout already done already. So I was actually out of the gym a little bit quicker than expected. Hey, what's up? Today is Saturday, the 9th, April 9th. So, whew, I feel extremely lazy today. I just finished lunch. I don't know what to do right now. I really take my rest days like literally a rest day. I don't want to do a lot. Like right now, it's a really nice day outside. I don't feel like going out. I'm at the computer trying to figure out what game I want to play. I'm having a hard time figuring it out. I'd rather just kind of just crawl into bed, turn on the TV, and just kind of lay there, I really enjoy my rest days. I just enjoy being lazy on a Saturday. Simply because like workouts have just been getting harder and harder and harder. It's just especially like right now, it's the end of the 7th week of training. 5 weeks to go, technically 4 weeks, because I'm going to take a deload week off the week of the meet, and it's just going. The intensity is just going to ramp up. I'm thinking about trying to really build up that fatigue while still training under that fatigue, while at the same time still trying to get my weight down, which by the way, 135 today. And so like literally, dude, if I can compete at 132, boom, I'm right there. Just keep at it. But I decided to do 123. Don't know why. But it's all good though. All good though. All good for the experience. Keto's been doing pretty fine. The keto diet's been doing pretty fine. I wanted to use this Saturday to maybe do a refeed. I decided not to because I think I haven't fully adapted to keto yet. So I think maybe doing a full 2 weeks, maybe I'll be able to feel it. But I think once I head into the week of April 17th, so that week, I think my mindset would just be like, dude, just continue it on, man. So I don't think I'll do I'm up in the air about it. I don't think I'll do a carb refeed until weigh-ins, pretty much. So, or after weigh-ins, right? Just plan right now, just be lazy. Really thinking about for next week and then the weeks on how I'm gonna think about training volume. I know for next week I'm gonna start putting the belt into the routine. So next week is 85% sessions, and I'm gonna start using the belt just to get the volume in and to get used to using the belt now, because I'm pretty sure once I get down to 130 and below, I'm gonna have to adjust the belt because it's gonna feel a little bit loose now that I'm shrinking down and trying to cut for the 123 weight class. So I'm gonna have to do about that. But yeah, I definitely got to be mindful about my volume from here on out, right? And I'm really cutting back on like a lot of the bodybuilding stuff, even though in the back of my mind, I want to try and do a bodybuilding show in the summer, just one more last hurrah type show. But right now, everything is like, let's focus on the powerlifting meet, right? So really, I can't really focus on 2 different things all at once. I really got to focus on one thing at a time. This is what I'm learning. Life lessons. This is what I'm trying to learn. Don't do too many things at once, all right? So, thank you for watching. See you for the next vlog. And before I go, I hope my registration form came in, because my boy Mikey told me the zip code on the entry form is wrong, right? So, but I learned reading from a little bit of facts on the United States Postal Service website. if everything is right, you know, except like one thing, say like the zip code, which is a common thing, it'll still get there. It's just it has to get sorted through it, so there may be a slight delay. So if you ever try to mail anything, everything is all good, but you just inputted the wrong zip code, then there's just going to be a delay. You know, you're not going to get it back. Okay, so don't worry about that. Whew. All right, bye bye. Peace out.